Good evening, Cosmic Explorers, and welcome to your Friday night tune-up. I'm your co-creator, Hillis Pugh, along with...
Rebecka, Gregory here on this beautiful Friday night and just flowing with the energies here. We had all kinds of crazy stuff happen before we didn't we, Hillis?
Yeah,
Blew up
we
a light,
are
and then it
here.
turned on. I'm talking about my my light.
Oh, yeah, that's over with. That happened like 5 minutes ago.
I know, but it was funny. Hi, everyone.
Hello, yeah, we are in this window of pre-full moon because there's a full moon on Monday. We are pre and post so many energies. It's like we're smack dab in the middle of everything. But before we get to the smack dab and being in the middle of everything, just a few announcements to make. So, everyone, thank you for tuning in, watching us every week, sharing this with your friends and family. We appreciate it so much. And we appreciate your continued support and donations. So, you guys, if you feel moved, which I'm sure you do, click the link in the description to donate to the show. Also, next week, I am super excited. I am having my live LEMUIRAN trauma healing class next week. Will be on Thursday, February 17th at 3 p.m. Eastern. You can register for that. The link is in the description below as well. It is going to be about an hour long, talking about traumas and moving into the space of releasing them, as I will be doing actual healing over the course over that hour to assist us in this space of accelerated growth and expansion. So I'm so happy. And welcome Deborah, Indigo, Patty, Bridget, all of the regulars and all the new ones. So yes, welcome to Friday.
Welcome
It's
to
been a long
Friday.
week.
It has been a long week. Oh, and John Johnson joined us. Hello, John. So, can I show the new painting I have behind me?
Yes,
So
please
I'm
do.
so excited. I finally got this up. This is an artist that is from Iquitos, from Peru, who I have a few of his paintings. He's known around the world for the ayahuasca paintings that he does. And let me show you. So I finally got it up. If you can kind of see it there. And I'm so excited. So when I did, why I bought this, it's this brand new painting he just finished. Right here, this woman right here. Um, she actually, when my ayahuasca experience in Peru, she actually appeared to me. So when I saw that, I was like, I have to have this. So anyhow, I just wanted to share because I love it so much and I finally got it up. So anyway.
Beautiful. And guess what? It's Patty's birthday. Happy
Oh
birthday,
my
Patty.
gosh. Should we sing happy birthday? I
Well,
think
I'm
we should
not
sing happy birthday.
well, I'm not a good singer, but yeah, we can sing happy
I don't
birthday.
sing. I might sound, but singing, let's do it. What do you think? Ready?
One, two,
And everybody else
three.
sing. Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to
to
you.
you.
Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to
to
you.
you. Happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday,
dear
dear Patty.
Patty.
Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to
to
you.
you. Ooh.
Woo! Sending blessings and love, my dear Patty.
Yes. And so, as you know, we are all in the midst of this expansion and contraction and moving this piece over there, moving that piece over there. What I am being guided to express to you guys this evening is that while we are in the midst of this acceleration, this midst of this midst of this going on that's happening right now, we have to remember that we do have to take the time for ourselves. There's a lot going on. There's a lot happening. We have a lot of stuff, and so it begins. The downloads begin. And so we have a lot of stuff happening internally with us, right? And we have a lot of stuff happening externally as well. And we often move to the space of focusing on the external. We are focusing on being distracted. Why? Because it gives us space to not to focus so much in on ourselves.
Mhm.
And this level of distraction that we are moving into, or participating in, rather, this distraction that we are participating in, uh, allows us not to step into our own power fully. It moves to a place of, you know, I don't want to deal with my own stuff. I don't want to deal with what I'm experiencing right now. And so I'm going to focus on the external. I'm going to focus on, someone else's stuff, or being the victim, or being in this blame game mentality. And so it's easy to do that. It's easy to do that as we move in this space of being distracted. And so, Rebecka, what do you have to add to this space that we're moving into, this space of, expansion, but yet we're not focusing on what we need to focus on right now?
I am laughing because distraction, you know me, I've been distracted so much here. That's so love that you're talking because I've been over distractive tonight with everything that's going on and all the energies. So yeah, it's my big lesson of this week is one of my big challenges here, and is learning to come back to the now, which I do, but it's like that's if you hear a crazy noise, that's my puppy. He's distracted me right now. So as we speak, but that's what it's all about right now. There are these energies that are you start to align and go in that they're going to be pulling you right now because everything's raising up, everything's coming up to the surface right now. So all that old energy is pulling in all that distraction to keep us all, I always say we are in the war, if you want to say war, between love and fear, and the fear right now is realizing that love is starting it's starting to, tip the other way, that love is starting to come clear over the fear. And so what's going to happen, it's good, fear is going to reach out everywhere in order to knock people off balance. And that's what's happening right now everywhere with the energies that are coming up, and also the 222 portal that's right around the corner. Yeah, I know. Two, 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 two. I'm playful tonight. I'm having fun tonight. I need to step into having more fun. So, and that portal right now that's coming up is all about, especially in the state and everywhere, is bringing all that old stuff. What is it? Pluto's aligned with. I'm not an astrologer.
Pluto's, I think, is going in retro or direct. I forget, but
Anyway, whatever Pluto or whatever the planet's doing, it's hasn't happened since like the beginning of the
time.
time in the United States and everything like that. So all those old paradigms are about to like come to a head with this portal just to open to move that energy up. And so, about the distraction, we are getting pulled places here and there. And it's so important right now to do what you can to pull yourself always back into the now. For me personally, if I get distracted, which is very easy for me to do, I say, I'm here now, I'm doing this. And I kind of start to talk myself into what I'm doing in that present moment. But, nothing happens next. So in the next now, there's something different. But yeah, so just be mindful of that, where we're being pulled like this right now, back and forth of in and out to keep yourself aligned. And it's challenging. So I'm challenged all the time. So as I've been speaking about this, you see all the challenges I've gone
Yeah,
through.
you are so much focus. I mean, and not just you, but everyone right now is so focused on what's going on outside of them that we forget the stillness and the power that we
Mhm.
have on the inside, and how much we are changing and evolving on the inside. And
Yes.
so, with those, when we find ourselves in our day to day distractions, some people may call it life,
Mm.
or may people call it, I just want to, sit down and be a zombie and sit down and watch TV or watch the news, or, sit down and watch Netflix or something to ease the pain, or of this expansion, or to ease the pain of reliving certain experiences, or ease the pain of loss, ease the pain of grief, ease the pain of what we are going through. Because remember, as we are going through this, part of the reason of the distraction is for us to not to focus on what it is that we have to detach from, what it is that we are suffering through our grief, through our pain, through our suffering, through the letting go of what we have to let go of. And even now, as I sit here, I am using an abundance of energy just to focus on the energies that are coming in to express what needs to be expressed, the message that has to be heard for you. Uh, because just to share a story, for the past 48 hours have been really intense for me, and Rebecca knows. And
Mhm.
this is due to because I've been in a way ignoring part of what my purpose have been. And part of my purpose is to continue to create light codes and symbols and information for humanity. And there are some that's meant for now, there's some that's meant for later, there's some, all this energy information that's coming in. And so for the past 2 days, I've been busy um, bringing in light energy, light codes, and creating them. Uh, yeah, okay, well then I guess I will. And so I guess this is the reason why this had to be done today, because this is one actually that I finished today. It's
Can't see
not in
all the
digital
colors. There we
format
go.
yet. And so this is one that I had to, that was, I was told that it had to be finished now. I know why, I guess because I had to show it to you guys. But just understand in how we receive, understand in how we allow ourselves to align with who we are and what our purpose is. And with that, we have to be free from whatever distraction that is. The hurt, the pain, suffering, the grief. Yes, I get it. It's all and we haven't been taught to be vulnerable. And that's part of what this distraction is. It's
Mhm.
like a safety net. It's a safe place for us, um, not to be vulnerable. But when we go inside, we allow ourselves to be vulnerable. And so I want, Rebecka, for you to have your input on this, to really um, speak to the heart of the matter, if you will.
Yeah. So, this week I really learned, well, I always knew, but um, I had an awakening and awareness of, I've been wanting to get out of Florida so bad. And I just feel this calling of leaving. And I realized it was just the future energy. And I came to realize this week, after a session I did with someone, that, I was resisting, like, looking at myself at another level. And I was using Florida kind of as the mirror image of that, of wanting to get out because I didn't want to look at parts of myself that I need to address right now to love myself more. And so that really came clear to me today. And also, once again, going back to being in the now, of accepting where I am right in this moment, that I am here for a reason. And I realized why I'm here for a reason is actually for the portal. One of the reasons I'm here in the moment, for all this energy that's coming up, so I can anchor that energy, and being here in Florida where I am, where everything kind of started here in the United States. So I was thinking of going away, and I realized, oh, and it kind of clicked, oh, that's why I'm supposed to be here. So I invite everyone out there to start looking at, if you're feeling this urge to leave or do something or change, really start to look at that at a different point of view, and know that where that point is and where you are in this moment is where you're supposed to be, and the divine guidance of what is supposed to happen will unravel when it's supposed to. And in that, ask your question, look at the resistance you have about that change, or that you want to run away from, of what you need to look at within yourself, coming back to the now and coming within, of addressing, because on the outside is your mirror of showing you what you need to look at inside. And it's so important right now to really start to look and allow everything that's inside to come up, to bubble out, so we can move ourselves into the next level. Because there's a lot of resistance actually right now with a lot of people, with health and everything, with the energies that are coming in everybody's bodies. No, I'm not saying everybody, but a lot of people's bodies are, I always make this example, your body's coming in and starting to vibrate up here, but your human part of you, that body is kind of more in a dense level sometimes, and you got to kind of catch up so you can mend together. But if you're like this, you're fighting against everything, and you can feel that. And so it's like right now, moving, how can you open up to your world and resistance of moving into yourself and allowing that expansion of you and that divine being of knowing that everything is connected to everything and you're a part of that, and stepping into the divine being of who you truly are. and allowing that energy to open up, to be in the now of who you are, to focus in and align yourself to who you are, so you can move through this and claim everything you're required to claim in this lifetime, because it is about to unfold. As the energy raises, people are going to start to level out, and then everything's going to start coming more clear, and healing's going to be faster, and there's just so much
Mhm.
expansion about to happen. It's just like off the charts crazy. And we're just in the midst of the beginning of this huge, I mean, it's been expanding over, it's been building up and building up and building, but we're getting at a pivotal point where it's just building up, where it's just going to go out. So, really take the time now. And the key is staying in the love and loving yourself. That's what I feel the major key is, and staying in the now. Being in the present will move you faster, and being in the now will move you faster along and help you to keep aligned to who you are and open up to your gifts that are coming in. I noticed this past week, really focusing on a lot of things, my seeing things, my dimensional seeing has been increased a little bit, from where it was before. So I'm noticing shifts and changes as I've kind of changed my point of view around some things. And sometimes it's that simple, is just to look at something from a different space, and then you can move into where you were like this. So that's what I had to say about that.
Exactly, and so you open the door to the space of vulnerability and
Yes.
allow yourself to be vulnerable. And when we step into our human bodies, when we allow for the nourishing energy of the human space, of the physical space, we then can allow the merging of the higher energies and allow that to evolve into our light or crystalline body, whichever you prefer. And when it is in this space of expansion, because when the 22nd of February hits, you're gonna feel like you're gonna be shot out of a cannon. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I've been feeling like I've been shot out of a cannon, put back in, and shot out so many times in the past 2 years. So everything that everyone else is experiencing right now, I've already experienced. So I'm just here, and I know Rebecca has too, and we're just here to help guide you through this process, because when you're out and in this world, and whether if you playing the blame game or being a victim or what have you, it just makes it easier to be in a space of not acknowledging or accepting your role, your part in all of this. Because everyone wants change, and everyone wants this to happen, and everyone wants that to happen, and everyone's complaining about this, everyone's complaining about that. Complain, complain, complain. It's done.
Hmm.
It's done. We all have to take responsibility of ourselves. We have a collective, and everyone in the collective, all 7, 8 billion of us in this collective, have to take accountability of self. And once we allow for that accountability of self to happen, once we begin to step out of blame and victim and complaining, all the low vibrating energies, we then can allow ourselves to rise up and meet each other.
Hmm.
But all the bullshit, I mean, there's no need for it anymore. I mean, last week, my heart was very open, and you saw me.
Hmm.
And I'm sitting here with you, each and every one of you, watching now and later, still in that same space, but allowing myself to be centered in my power, to be centered in the energy that I've asked for. Mind you, I said asked for, because we ask for everything. Nothing is given to us. Everything that we have access to, our abilities, not gifts, abilities. And one
Superpowers.
thing that uh, really rang true for me this week is that we can sit here in our fear and be afraid to ask for what we want. But now we have to now begin to step into that power, ask for what we want, and know inherently that it's already ours. Yes, it's probably going to take some time for us to get it, but I'm tired of playing the waiting game too, like just like the rest of you. But we also have to understand that through this space of great expansion also comes great change, great rewards, great
Mhm,
love, the heaven on earth, if you will. And so it's really beautiful to allow for this reclaiming of who we are. And the one way to do that is I was speaking to a client, and maybe she's watching now, maybe she's the Facebook user. So I'm not sure who this is, but you have to mind your words
mhm.
because the power of our words. And I talked about this a few weeks ago. Actually, was it last week? A week ago with Angela? The power of our words,
Yes.
and how we create and how we manifest with our words. It's all about the intention of the thought, the feeling behind the word, and so it's words have levels of power, and certain words vibrate at certain frequencies. And so when we choose the right words, we can vibrate at higher spaces and frequencies. So remember to choose what you want. Choose the words to speak, which is one of the reasons why I love to write, why I love to express through poetry and things like that, because words have power. And so if you want to have the change that you desire, use your words.
And also your imagination and your creativity, because we are creators and masters. We are the artists of the spirit, as the Toltecs always like to say. And we are that, and we are those artists. And right now we have a kind of blank slate that everyone gets an opportunity to recreate and open up. And using your imagination and allowing yourself to be creative in play, also your words, is a beautiful, beautiful way to create that world as you paint it through the energy of who you are, because we're all master creators of God's creation. And when you can stay in that place and have that imagination without putting expectations on things, how they're going to be and how they're going to show up, you can create. We are moving into where we can create whatever we want. And it's
Yeah,
not even manifesting anymore. It's just the actualization of what is,
yeah,
the creation that we create through us,
yeah,
and the heart that it comes from through our imagination and our creativity that we so shut down. And if you look at a lot of light workers, empaths out there, most of them have sexual abuse. And the sacral is where we create from, if you look at the magic around it. So it's very interesting how the creators and the dreamers of this world have been shut down. So now we're in now where we're healing all those energies that we can open up now to create something beautiful. So embrace it.
yeah,
Embrace it. And remember, the past is the past. You've lived through it, you've done it, and now it's just time to create anew.
yeah. I mean, and the way that we create is by letting go of attachment.
Mhm.
What are we attached to? What is that space of attachment? And I can say that I've done so much therapy through this show. I could talk about stuff now, not even, and so I honor and thank you, Rebecca, and I thank everyone who's watching to allow me to have this platform to be therapy. I mean, and to be a teacher.
Yeah. That's why we come together. So if you guys have any questions or anything's resonate, please just let's bring up I know I wish we could talk to more people. It'd be fun to have everybody talk.
I know, can you
But
imagine if
it's
we actually invited people on the show live with us? Like if we
I
could
know
just
that would be fun.
randomly pick somebody.
I
But
know, if anybody be interested in that, give it yeah, type it in, I this platform is
oh, you know
amazing.
what I guess
What
I
do you what?
could do? If
What?
anyone wants to come on the show right now, in this very moment, um, darn it, I don't know how to do it because I could send someone an invitation, a link to be on the show now. And if
Oh,
you want to, maybe I can figure out how to do it if you raise your hand and say,
how are they gonna raise their hand?
I don't know, just put up a blue heart if you want to be on the show right now. And I'll figure out how to bring you on the show right now. um,
This
and
is so
thank you,
funny.
Facebook user. But I think I know who this is. Because if you are
Thank
a
you.
Facebook user, you do have to give StreamYard permission
Does
to.
Bridget wanna come on? She has blue teardrops coming
No,
down.
she's laughing. Bridget is laughing. Bridget is not raising a hand. Um, but before we get into that, I just and thank you, and I believe I know who the Facebook user is. Thank you, my dear, for your donation. Thank you for your continuing support in the
Mhm.
work that we are doing together. I honor you in that. But yeah, but what I want to, but what I want to really, us to understand in this time of expansion, it is just really in holding yourself where you are, because as people move through this, we often talk about uh, holding space, creating space, living in the nurturing energy of holding and doing and being, that we often forget about who we are.
Mhm.
And in the because we couldn't go ahead.
And I think that there's a huge question now is who do we wanna be?
Yeah.
Because we're, like, letting go of, so much we were,
Mm.
everybody is, because everything's just moving out, all those old energies are moving out of what we were and what we were attached to and the beliefs that we had. I mean, it's trickling away if you want it to or not. So, I think the huge question now is to ask yourself, like, how do you wanna show up now? What brings you joy in your heart? What do I want to do now? People are changing jobs and everything like that. It's really, shifting and questioning like where you are and what do you want to do? And once again, it goes back to what brings you joy. And that's where to start from. What brings me joy and what doesn't? Run the other way. I'm serious.
No,
We don't
honestly,
drink it
okay.
anymore. What?
I can say this. The visual I had in my head of when you said run away, like let it go, let it be. Actually, there was two visions in my head. One was more of a global reference
Mhm.
for those. So, if has anyone ever seen the Road Runner when he leaves the coyote? Bing! He's gone. He's out of there. But the other visual that I had was more of a personal reference. No one here knows my whole and complete story. Most of you guys know bits and pieces. But yeah, yeah, except for you. You know everything. Um, and so the visual that I had in my head was, packing up a van and just leaving to go. As hard as it was, leaving things that I cared about, leaving things that I loved, but it is in that space of attachment, and I've this has been like a thing of mine for the past month. This whole attachment thing, I guess, this has to be brought up on such a global level that we have to really understand, find what we are attached to. Guys, look at the episode from last week. That was, I mean, the definition of the epitome of getting in there and understanding what attachment is, and really understanding of the epitomizes of what we attach to and why we suffer when we let go, when we step into the energy of grief. And what were you laughing at?
I just had this vision of let go of that old toothbrush that you don't want to get rid of when you were saying let go of it. I don't know why that popped in my head. I have a new toothbrush, but anyway, it just came.
Well, no, well, what you do
Doing
is you
what?
recycle it, or have some people say upcycle. You upcycle it,
Upcycle it.
and
You know,
and
I guess
upcycle your
the point
life.
I'm making is, we think of detachments as, detaching from huge things. And And it is the simple things like an old toothbrush. I mean, we
or
are like
crystal.
or a crystal, we can get attached to silly little things that like a pen, it's not. I think sometimes people, when you think of detachment or letting go, we always have to get in our minds and go to the grandiose thing, and start out with things that are simple, like once again going back to the joy. Does this bring me joy? If not, time to go fly.
Or this is a common one. It's
What?
everyone's dirty little secret. Or maybe not everyone's dirty little secret, but enough people. People who have those holy socks and they just don't want to get rid of them because I can still wear it. It has a small hole in it.
Cuts. Oh, look, Mickey. Bring up Mickey. He's talking about a toothbrush. Or she's talking. I just saw
Yeah.
an old toothbrush and said I could use it to
Yeah,
clean.
exactly.
Awesome. See?
But honestly, and so there's those things, the material things
Mm-hmm.
that we can find uh, other uses for. But when it comes to emotional spaces or relationships, that kind of energy, how is it going to be the how are you going to redefine that? How are you going to redefine that emotional space
Yeah.
when you're attached to that?
And it's letting go of that and realizing, people come in and you're out of your life for a reason. And in this time, you have, a couple choices. You either let them completely go, you reorganize or redefine the relationship you have with that person, or just let them go out of your life, and
Yeah,
that's and how do you want to show up and what boundaries do you want to set with them? Like I know with my mother, we had a beautiful healing, but I know certain things I don't discuss with her anymore because there's a whole thing
it's
around
over.
her. And so I learned, and I don't have any expectations of what I expect from her. I had to let go of all the expectations when I look at my mom of how I wanted, like how I looked at her and how I viewed her, that I'm just appreciative of what we have and just know like the things that we don't talk about. So I've
Right.
I've set new boundaries, new parameters around our relationship, and we healed a lot of stuff, and it's so beautiful now. So we can flow in and out, and I just know the things that we kind of stay away from, and that makes everything. That makes it work for us. So it's like
Exactly.
looking at relationships and seeing how can you, if you don't want to let someone go or out of your world, you just look at 'em and say, "How can I redefine this that it brings me joy, that I can interact without being pulled down?" And I can you bring up Bridget's thing about being mad? Do you see that?
Oh yeah. I just don't want to be mad, so I'm learning how not to be mad and this stuff. So I'm going to. You want to comment or should I?
You can go ahead. And then I said,
So, because then I want to move over to what Patty talked about because I find his analogy very interesting. And
mhm,
so, Miss Bridget, in regards to not being mad, you know, I in my youth had a lot of anger or temper issues. I could get mad so quick on the turn on a dime. I mean, you wouldn't know by today. But I mean, I had a temper out this world. I mean, I would, and I used to tell people I was the Incredible Hulk. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry, and people didn't. And now I'm like, you guys gonna have me cry on the show again this week. But when we allow ourselves to get mad or have anger, it is in that space of another level or a lower level of passion that has to be expressed. And the passion is so much that it just explodes.
mhm,
And it explodes in an uncontrollable way. And it's an outburst. Whether if we are yelling at a kid, our child, a spouse, a parent, someone on the street, someone blowing their horn at us, whatever it is, someone, blocking the bike path, someone blocking the sidewalk, when someone's just in our way. What did you say?
Asshole drivers.
Yeah. And when someone's just in our way and we've had enough, out it comes. And so it just takes time for you to understand what the trigger is. To understand, why am I getting angry? Why am I upset? Why does this bother me so much that I have to have this outburst? Why is it so Bridget, have to ask yourself, why does X situation bothers me so much that I'm triggered to have this outburst? And it's not necessarily because of what's happening in that moment. It can be because of something that happened before, and it's just adding on to the pile of shit, basically, the pile of stuff that we don't want to let go of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Bridget, I want to thank you for putting that up. And the reason I do, because I think you bring up a very important factor around what you had stated, and that's why I wanted to bring it up live, is because right now, with the energies that are happening in the world today, and I know anger and being mad has everybody. I mean, I go through anger every time I go out in the car nowadays. But why I'm saying that, I've learned for myself when I get angry, it's where I have myself out of balance, and I'm not angry. It's just that energy of where I'm not taking care of that self-love and taking care of myself. But a bigger question right now for people that are empaths, and that's why I want to bring this up. Emotions are crazy and very high right now. But just remember, most of them aren't you. It's the collective that's raising up, and the anger that's coming up, the collective that you are picking up on.
See, especially if you're super sensitive to that stuff. So you have to
Yes.
stop and pause in that moment and ask you, is this what I'm feeling, or is this someone else that I'm feeling?
Yeah, who's this belong to? And
Right.
it and I learned this through one of my things, and I always love this. Who's this belong to, me, someone else, or something else? I'm a big something else person because I picked up on the energies of the earth, storms, I mean, everything.
She's a weather woman.
I'm a weather woman, yes. I
But
believe in
yeah,
lamp tonight. But why I'm saying this, because it's so important right now, because I think, as people are waking up, and as people are expanding out, we are changing, we are learning how to communicate different with the energies that are flowing in and navigating those. But on top of it, we have everything going on in the earth. So we're picking up on all her stuff. A lot of people are, not everyone, I'm saying. And
yeah,
also the collective is going crazy right now. So all those energies, and as a little radio beacon, you're standing there, boo, 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 and it's all flowing into your field.
right.
So, really keep yourself grounded, and stop when those things happen. And if you can, and take a breath, step back, and just say, "Oh my God, this is not mine." And if it is yours, address it. But I'm going to say 99.9% of the time, it's something else. It's not you. So I really wanted to bring that up tonight, because I think a lot of people are getting caught up. What's wrong with me right now? Why am I feeling these energies? What's happened to me? Why am I feeling this? Blah, blah, blah. It just, everybody's kind of in a frenzy in a way. And I just wanted to remind people that those energies are out there, and we're in this what's happening right now. And as an empath in the radio, and most people in this planet are empaths, that we are the collective, we are connected energetically, quantum entanglements, all that, so just
Yeah.
remember that, and don't beat yourself up
Yes. Thank you
around
for that
it. And
beautiful
that's it.
explanation, Rebecca. I think that did answer also what Mickey had asked as well. So thank you, everyone, for participating in this conversation. And what I want to move into before we get into spirit questions, and I know that we're running long tonight, but it's what's expected, it's what's needs,
Are we
it's
running
what,
long? What time is it? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, no, it's fine, we're good. But I feel it's important to have this particular discussion as well, because I talked about the holes in the socks a little bit ago, and Patty mentioned that you can't see the holes in the socks when you have on the shoes. And I say, that's really good. I really like that you brought that analogy up, because simply because just because you can't see something does not make it uncomfortable. And so I say that to say, this is a great analogy for our energy body, for our physical body, for all the layers of who we are. So yes, whoever has a hole in the shoe sometimes can find it this a space of comfort, especially if your skin sticks to the shoe. Okay, that hot mess. And so I say that because think of your auric field, because this is the first layer of quote unquote protection. Okay, and so when you have holes in the aura, it can create other levels of discomfort, illness, sickness, and what have you. Can bring this energy, this uninvited energy in. And so, the hole starts out as pen size, but as time goes on, the hole gets bigger and bigger. But you still wear the sock because it's probably your lucky socks, your favorite socks, whatever, whatever the thing is. It just creates more space of discomfort, but you don't care because you like how it feels. And so you've grown accustomed to this feeling of discomfort, whether if it's, some form of illness or, energy attachments or what have you. But all of this is coming in through your auric field because there's a giant gaping hole in your aura now. So then it begins to affect you physically, begins to affect your meridian system, your circulatory system, affects your chakra system, affects you on all different levels that you may not be aware of, but it affects you. And the reason why you don't notice it is because you have grown comfort to this discomfort. So how would you know otherwise what was good for you if you gotten accustomed to what was bad for you? I hope everyone followed that.
Hmm.
Because now it's a time to have things that are good for you, to what feels good. And I know I keep talking about this, but it was a miraculous point in my life. For years, I didn't know what was good for me until I went away for a whole month to do plant medicine. You talk about feeling good and detoxing the body. When I did Cambo, I mean, the things that came out of me, both physically and verbally and energetically, I mean, you don't know what's good for you until you know what's good for you, you know?
Yeah, it's also challenging yourself to be comfortable in the uncomfortableness.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Exactly.
that's a huge challenge. And I love what was I else saying with it? Oh yeah, the shoe is your mask. Yes, Patty, exactly. Hide the
Yes,
discomfort. What was I looking? Oh,
exactly.
Princess Angela, when you have gone through life punishing yourself for other people's action upon you, you have to start being selfish and putting yourself first. That's what I think anyway.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly.
Exactly. Exactly. So, you guys, if you have any questions about what we talked about tonight, please let's post those up. And if you have your spirit questions, post those as well, as we're now moving into this spirit time of the night, pre
Spirit
full moon.
time. We had spirit earlier tonight. I'm going to talk about the lamp again.
You already talked about the lamp.
No, I didn't. I didn't tell the whole story. First, it blew up, and then it unplugged, and the plug fell on the floor, and the lamp turned on, and it wasn't plugged in.
Well, there you go.
Anyway,
See,
so the spirits have already been here.
and spirit is all around us,
Yes.
and so spirit is always with us. Spirit, you are spirit, embodied spirit,
Yes.
you know. So yeah, there's all of that. And Bridget, how did I know you were gonna be first tonight? I just felt that.
Because she's coming on the show.
Yeah, she is there. Bridget, you made your
I
way onto
love
the
a
show.
message if there is one. Bridget, there's always a message.
Bridget, you made your way onto the show.
Ah, so, do you want me to go with the cards I pulled?
Yeah. You go,
Okay, should
cause
I
yeah.
show the cards tonight? I think these are Gabrielle cards. I think these are my Archangel Gabrielle cards that were like in front of me. He wanted to pop out today. So, um, very interesting. Bridget, are you moving into something new? If you answer that, anyhow, I'm just going to go with it. So what came up is keep going. Use the energy of any disappointment to fuel your creative project with authentic emotion. And oh my God, Dom's back. And have confidence in your creation. Trust the power of God's creativity, which is manifested through you.
Yeah,
So, my dear, just looking at these two cards, I feel like you're moving through some new energy, as you were saying before, letting go of being mad and some other things. And as you move through this, I feel like you're just going to start to build your confidence up more with yourself and who you are and claim your power. Um, and claim who you are and not be so drowned under about what was. And I just feel like everything's coming together for you, and this new confidence of you is going to merge through, and things are just, I just feel things are about to shift and change for you drastically.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that's what I'm feeling for you. Does that resonate, Miss Bridget?
Bridget, what I feel for you, my dear, is you have to have a great deal of patience.
Hmm.
A great deal of patience of what's happening for you and around you right now. And I guess most of tonight's topic was meant for you, in terms of distraction, because there's the energy that is around you is distracting, and it is having you take your eye off the ball, so to speak, and not having you space to focus. So you just have to allow yourself to have that time to focus on you and to release whatever distractions you have, and those
Oh,
distractions, um, yeah, just things. And so find you, focus on you, and allow yourself to be open to receive to what is coming for you, my dear, and all will, and everything else will be taken care of. Yes, 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 yes.
she had something huge. You had something huge happen to you, didn't you? Like, and
Yeah,
I like out of worldly, or I don't want to put weight on it, but
yeah. It was a remarkable experience from what I feel.
yeah, like
Yeah,
an upgrade. You're in the middle of an upgrade right now. That's why things are so topsy turvy.
yeah. We all are. Yeah, but yeah, 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 yeah. I'm just confirming all of that. But my dear Mickey,
Oh,
this has been coming up a lot with people. Uh,
Mickey. Oh, we're up here.
yeah, this has been coming up a lot with people about uninvited spirits. And so they are not uninvited spirits. This is just energy. Um, these are your guides, and so they're making themselves known. And so, what I want you to understand, I want everyone to understand who's watching, as we move through this space-time energy, the energy or the veils, as we call them, are becoming a little bit thinner. And so, when spirit wants to make themselves known, they allow themselves to do that. And so, when you step into this energy, just express to them, it's like, I want you to make yourself known without frightening me, because this is, when we have, what we feel negative energy, lower vibrating energy, uninvited spirits, or any of that, is because we are unfamiliar with this energy, unfamiliar with this territory. So, and I feel it's been more like I feel like more like it's a male energy, probably a dad or a grandfather energy that has been coming
Oh,
around this of like too. Huh?
I was totally lost. I was trying to find what you were talking about. I didn't even look. Just ignore me.
Huh?
I'm in a whole nother
um,
realm right now.
and so that's what I feel is coming in. So just know that you're safe and all is well. Rebecca.
I can't discern, like I can't bring to words what I'm feeling right now. That's why I'm sitting here. Um, I do feel like it's a dense energy. Have you been worrying about a lot of things, Mickey? Because what I'm feeling, this energy is very dense, but it's like it is a guy coming to tell you to get out of the density, and it's coming, and that's why it feels like it's uninvited, because it's allowing you to experience the heaviness you have within yourself. Does that make sense? Anyhow,
This is the moment where I wish we actually could bring people on the show
I
live.
know. I mean, I'm like feeling this strong. It's all on the right side. So I feel like it's a male.
There's a releasing going on.
Yeah, and releasing, but there's a heaviness and a lot. So is she saying there's a lot of worry? Yeah, I just feel like a lot of worry on the shoulder. In moving forward with someone, and this, is a guide, or it feels like a grandfather. Did you do you have somebody you used to call Pappy? I'm getting Pappy. If Pappy makes sense to anyone, Pappy's coming through right now, and I don't know. Um, just to remind you to not worry is what I'm feeling, and that's what the heaviness is, and then that's why I feel like you feel like it's uninvited because it is invited, but you're just feeling the heaviness around the message that you're supposed to open up to,
Yeah.
if that makes sense. And let me know if Pappy means anything because Pappy's coming to me. So I don't, or I could be picking up on someone else.
Yeah. Yeah, and just know that there's no malice or ill intent around that, Mickey.
No.
I mean, it's just because we're not used to or connected to that energy. So once you allow yourself to get accustomed to that energy, it will resonate with you.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, you'll be fine, my dear. Um, so my dear Facebook user, if I am as psychic as I think I am, I think I know who you are, but um, it would be if you um
Mm.
allowed to give yourself permission, because you have to give StreamYard permission to access your Facebook. But yeah, I just want to move into this space. Are you clearing out energy right now?
Yeah, Mickey just oh my goodness, my shoulder is in terrible pain. So was that before or now? And I was just clearing it because I was still feeling it. So I needed to cut myself from that energy. Oh.
Um, yeah, I'm just trying to see who is this Facebook user. um, okay, I cannot find who this Facebook user is. I don't know who you are, Facebook user. Um, so we will come back to you. Um, because and I don't want to say what I feel. I just wanted to I just want to make sure that it resonates. But did you pull a card already?
I did, but I have to go into Dom.
Okay,
His
wait.
dad
Did
just
Dom
passed
ask a
away.
question?
No, his dad just passed away. He said 3 weeks ago tomorrow, and I'm so sorry. My heart goes out to you, Dom, and called him Pops. Did I guess what's
So
coming through, I'm just hearing, "I'm sorry," and I don't do a lot of mediumship, but this is coming through, so I'm just gonna say it. It says, "I'm sorry, and sorry he didn't get to go driving with you." Does that make any sense to you? That's
and
what's
my
just coming through.
condolences to you,
My
Dom, as
condolences
well.
to you. Sorry to get go driving through you. I don't know, I felt like there's some contention there, and he's just really feeling sorry and that he loves you very much. Anyhow, I just that came through, so I just needed to say that, and I hope it resonates, Dom, and I'm sending you so much love right now.
Yes, yes, yes. Um, I just want to know who. Yeah, it feels like, yeah. Okay. 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 Um. So
Okay, Hillis?
yeah, I mean, I'm just having a download. I feel like we should be. I'm just having a download, and I want to know who this Facebook user is because I feel it could be one of three people, and all their names begin with the same letter,
What's the letter?
C.
Mm.
And so yeah, but I'll go back to that and go to the birthday boy, Patty.
Happy birthday, Patty.
And
And
so,
so here's you wanna go, Hillis?
no, no, go ahead. Because you have a
Um,
card ready, I know.
I have more than one card. Um, so Patty, I know you've been on a lot. So here's your birthday wish. Here's and you're not gonna like what I'm about to say. It's time to let go of what you're holding on to so you can move forward to bring yourself into the light of who you are and open up the creativity of what you truly desire to create. I feel there's an energy you're just holding on to, and to let yourself open, to let God in, connect back to who you are and the beauty light that you truly are. Because you've been connecting, but there's a part of you that you still are just not completely there around. So open your heart to allow that to come in and loosen the control you have around what you truly desire to create, and allow it to open it into your world and allow the emotions to flow. I feel a lot of emotional stuff going on with you right now. There's a back and flow, and within this emotion, once you sit with it and allow it and let go of the loose grip you have on it, there's going to be a huge inspiration of creativity that opens up when you can do that. So happy birthday.
My dear friend. Mhm. And I am in 100% agreement with what Rebecca just mentioned, but also um, and I know and understand that please don't take this out of any context in which it's being presented to you. But I do feel, and even though your mother is still here, I do feel her presence, her spirit, and honoring you and thanking you for tending to her. And I know that it has been challenging for you to step into that space and being in that space. So know that uh, what you are doing is being well received, and through this humbling act, that there will be a newness birthed through this. So continue to step into the guidance, the love, the joy, the happiness, the peace that is you. To remember to why you do what you do, and to step in and remember who you are. Not just a son, not just a caregiver, but you are Patty. So don't forget yourself in this process. Remember who you are. Remember who you are. Yeah. Remember. Thank you, Patty. And so for Deborah, hello, Deborah with the kitty cat. Kitty cat. Um, oh, feedback.
Huh?
Um,
Cat feedback?
yeah, you didn't hear that? Um,
No.
so Deborah, are you? And I feel like there's an event or something happening this weekend, and I feel that you've been at crossroads whether or not if you should attend this event or whatever this is, whatever big to do, whatever big
You
happening,
can decide.
get off the fence about it and just do it. Whatever this is, just follow through and release the whatever fear you have around it and just do it. Just do it. And you'll be better for it. It'll serve you well. Yeah. It will serve you well to follow through whatever this plan or event is that is for you. Rebecca.
Oh, hi. I lost your card. It went flying across the room. I had to go, I had to go find it. So Hmm. So what cards? I'm gonna, so I showed some cards on my show cards, but I'm gonna show these because these are beautiful. So the first one that came up was the void, and stop, embrace winter, the great cause of womb. Ha! And I love the place of the void because that's the place where everything is birthed, is in the void,
Yeah.
in the darkness, in the nothingness of what is. And we are in the winter right now, which is time to kind of go within. And it's also a time to look at that. We've talked about a lot of it tonight, and to open up. Like, this winter time is time for you to surrender and find life again and what brings you joy in life. Because, you know, that energy of loving life is coming to you. You've been in the void. You've been in the darkness. You've been holding yourself back in this little cosmic womb of you. And what's opening now is surrender to the sweetness. So I feel this whole immersion as you're moving through, this winter months coming into the spring, that you're going to start to find your joy and your love for life again, and allow yourself to receive that by opening up to surrender to everything that has been. Because I know times have been really tough for you, but now it's time to reap the rewards of the beautiful being you are and the beautiful gift you've been to this world.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And Miss Indigo, I'm gonna let you have this one because I have plans with her tomorrow.
Oh, for me. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. I'm like all over the place here.
You're solo on this
I'm
one.
reading. I'm not, you know what? I'm grounded tonight. I'm slow when I'm grounded. I'm focused. I'm not distracted. I'm moving in the now.
Yes, and when we move in and now, there's the greatest sense and space of awareness. Spatial awareness is when we're grounded. And there's the card. There it is. That's the
They
one
flew
for
out.
you, Indigo. The
They
one that
flew
just
out.
came out.
Oh my God.
How many came out? Like 3?
1, 2, 3, 4. I know I do chords very interesting. Oh. Hmm. 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 Mm. Miss Dear, all I have to say is everything's coming together for you. You're aligning to remember. You're opening up and lifting the veil around you. You're stepping into the goodness and the beautiful and the wisdom of who you are. And you're connecting yourself to the energy of who you need to be, and allowing yourself to know and ground in, knowing that you're protected, you're safe, and trusting the universe does have a master plan for you. That is my little message for you, my dear. Why are you crying or are you sweaty?
No, I'm just hot because I'm laughing because for weeks we've been telling Indigo that things are coming together, and then now after she's scheduled to see me tomorrow, she has this reading. It's like finally a breakthrough,
Coming, it's coming.
right?
Awesomeness.
So thank you for that.
Did we
Who
cover
is
everybody
next?
else? I don't know.
Yeah, we have a few more. I just got to go down the list.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
Deborah said, my 10th great grandbaby shower is this weekend. Wouldn't think of missing. Yes, I was in that void.
okay.
Thank you for that. And Dom, I sent the message that you had put in your post. So
So, yes, I knew it was her. Princess Angela. Code reading for her.
okay.
Hello, Princess Angela.
Andrea asked a question. Is there a question?
Well, no, would it be possible to get a code reading for Miss Angela? And if I skipped over anyone, I'm sorry. I'm just going to go back to double check, but I don't think I have.
Does Batman have one? What about Lisa?
We haven't gotten to them yet.
Oh, okay. I don't know where I am. I just go at the bottom.
Yeah, I got it.
I'm glad you got things under control.
Yeah, I got it. I'm grounded. Uh, Princess Angela, what I
Oh, I
feel for
love it.
you is there's what I'm being shown is like a whirlwind, like a tornado spinning around, spinning in and around, and in and out of your world, out of your surroundings. So that can mean one or two things. There's a great level of chaos, but understand that this chaos is being cleaned up, and understand that it's going to take some time to clean up the chaos that you are surrounded in, but know that it's becoming clear. And the fastest way that this can be accomplished is by you setting the intention, you acknowledging what needs to be acknowledged, you stepping into what needs to be stepped into, and releasing whatever fear that needs to be released around it as chaos for it to be cleaned up sooner rather than later. And step into the courage to do so, and all will be well with you. Um, all will be well with you in the perfect timing for other things to open up and blossom. Because as everything sweeps away, you have clear land to build on, to have that foundation. Rebecca.
So, my dear, here's the reading for you. Embrace who you are, the quirkiness, the weirdness, knowing that you are different and not everyone's going to get it. And you know what? That's okay. But it's time for you to step forward. It's time for you to let go of the codependencies you might be holding on to, setting boundaries with those people that don't serve you anymore, and opening up to accept and claim and I just melt in to those that beautifulness you truly are. I feel like you've been fighting it. You've been fighting the quirkiness and the weirdness and feeling a little alone. You're not, sister, because you know what? The quirky and weird people out there are the superstars of this world. And we're the ones that have always been, left behind on the playgrounds and not have a lot of friends. But you know what? We're all coming together now and we're finding each other. And so embrace who you truly are and stop worrying about everyone else and step into that just step into that yumminess of you.
Yes, that's beautiful. Thank you for that, Rebecca.
Feel
I
so
think there's
welcome.
just one more question, and I believe it was from Batman. And thank you, Batman. Thank you,
Just
Batman, because I've been talking about you for the past few weeks. Thank you for saying that you've been listening, but commenting. So you know I've been talking and asking about you since Patty introduced you to the show. And hey, speaking of, I wonder where John went. John disappeared tonight. He was here and he was gone. But it's okay. It's an hour-long show, and thank you for everyone for watching us and being up until 1 a.m. in some places. Wink, wink. When they should be resting, preparing for tomorrow. But I just love all of you, and I was so. And I guess I just was compelled to pick this one because of you having dreams about your family. And so what came to me was that whatever past energies that you've had with your family, with your upbringing, the disagreements, the fights, the arguments, um, I feel that there has been some resolution around this, but it's time for all to be resolved. For you to really allow for the energy of your parents, of siblings, of anyone else, for it to really step into the newness that we are birthing right now as a collective. And with parental figures, it really is at the root, because you have to also understand too that we are also connected to Mother Earth, who is the mother of all mothers. And so when we treat our parents with respect, we treat her with respect. And so, not saying that you don't, but just understand that this is the time for now all to be truly resolved in this time for you. So, whatever has gone unsaid, whatever is has to be mentioned, now is the time to do all of that now with them for the parents. Rebecca?
I'm sorry, I got sidetracked with the spam people. We have spam. Block them. Block them.
Okay, okay,
Block the
okay.
spam.
Do the reading for Batman.
So Batman, are his parents still here? His parents are still here, correct?
Yes, from what I feel, yes.
Okay. And what I'm feeling is, do you have I feel like they've been reaching out to you because I feel like there's some healing that needs to be done between your family and you. And I feel like there's some forgiveness within yourself. Do you hold on to something around your family that happened when you were younger that you kind of regret or feel bad about? Um, and I feel like this is your awakening. Oh, both of his parents are dead.
Ah,
Okay.
so
So
which is why there's stuff that's unresolved.
unresolved. So do you have a lot of Batman, a lot of unresolved stuff around them? And I feel like there's a lot of guilt around something. Now, I don't know if that was from the present or around their deaths, but what I'm feeling, I'm just going to give you what I'm feeling. Yes, they are reaching out to you. Both of them are reaching out to you because they want you to grow. They want you to forgive. They want you to open up to claim who you are. And you don't have to hold on to this past heaviness that's centered around. And I feel like there's like a lot of kind of like ancestral belief from like the past, kind of patterns that carried on through your family that that need to be broken, and you're the one to do that. So that's what's coming through right now.
Yeah.
So does this make sense? Is this making sense to you? So that's what's coming through. I hope it resonates. um so I'm just feeling a lot of love right now. They had a lot of love for you even though there was this discord. And yeah, and that they love you very much. And I mean, I'm feeling it right now. Like, so yeah. So just embrace that. It's okay. In their way, they loved you even though you weren't close. But I'm feeling that. I hope you can feel that coming through because that's coming through me to be sent to you right now. So just what's coming through right now, Batman, just close your eyes for a second and just imagine your parents and the love you have for them, and allow this energy that's coming through me to come to your heart right now, and allow it to open up inside of you, and allow that feeling, receive that feeling of love, even though you weren't close, that the love was always there. And the closeness was not there because they are your biggest cheerleaders. But the path you needed to go on had to be the way it was. And that's the way it was. But the love was always there. Thank you.
I love that. Thank you so much, Rebecca, for that. That was very,
Whew.
very beautiful. And Batman, I'm happy that you allowed yourself to receive that. And this would be the last question for the night before we move into the tune-up. And this is Miss Lisa. Welcome back, Lisa. We missed you. Thank you for joining us tonight. We're
I
making.
want you to answer that.
You want me to answer this one? Okay.
Yes. I've already talked to Lisa about it, so she knows my point of view. So I would like you to answer.
Oh, that's why you had the inside track on
I
this.
have the insight.
So we're making big decisions as a family. We're moving towards Florida, and it feels intuitively right. So This is going to be simple because I mean, you asked a yes or no question, or where you asked for advice from spirit, and the first thing that came in was yes. Um, the answer is yes. That you're doing the right thing. Yes, you're doing the right thing. Yes, you're doing the right thing. So continue to follow your heart. Continue to follow your intuition. Continue to follow who you are, what you do on this path, and it's just going to continue to open up the energies for you as you continue to trust your intuition. So trust what you do, trust what you have, trust what you feel, trust, trust, trust. So you know.
She knows. Okay,
You-
so I
So
have to
guess
stop.
what, people?
We're gonna do it. No, I have to do one thing
Oh, what? What you got to do?
because John Smith said, "What did John Smith say?" Because this is how I am, John. You're all amazing. I've been shy to comment anything. John Smith, thank you so much for expressing yourself on our show. And I'm feeling the gratitude. And thank you for stepping into. You don't have to be shy anymore. Step forward and comment whatever you want. So, and I
Yeah.
noticed that. So,
And my dear friend, Facebook user, my brother. So
yeah.
I'm just filling in because of it. It wasn't who I thought it was. It's someone else. So if you're still watching, my friend, my brother, feel free to connect, and I'll answer your question one on one, because you're in good hands. Whatever it is, the path that you're on, just continue to follow your path and your purpose, um, and be easy with yourself. Be easy with your family. Yeah, be easy with yourself and be easy with your family. And I may have to watch this again so I would remember, because I won't remember, I'll forget. um, but yes, everyone, for those who are still with us, we are, wow, we are, wait, that's not
We are
it.
way over. What?
What?
We're going on tonight.
I know, I know.
Mama
It's,
Sita's getting hungry.
I know, but we can't leave
I
until
know.
we
We have to do
do
the
the tune
tune
up.
up.
Because it wouldn't be Friday night tune up without the tune up.
I gotta say one thing to our little new friend John, because I'll always find the little shy ones.
Yes.
Um, so I kind of put a card for you, John, and I see what you just posted. It's been hard recently, but I'm focusing. So, my dear love, this is the card I pulled for you. Um, Cracked open and rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. So, my brother, you step forward tonight. Congratulations. You step forward and commented when you don't have to be shy anymore. It's time to surrender and open yourself up to the beautiful life. You don't have to be in that rock bottom place anymore. Explore, open up, and be you. You're a sweet love.
Wait a
Thank you.
minute. Okay, wait a minute. I see something here from Batman saying answer Angela's question. So wait, did we miss Angela?
I don't know.
Oh, wait a minute. She asked another question. Say, please forgive
Please
me for
forgive me.
asking
Ask me
one
one
more
more question.
question.
Will I
Will
get
I get
justice?
justice? So, this sounds like a simple yes or no question. And so, um, what I got was a no, and that you should just let it be, because this is one of the things that's holding you back. And when you allow something to hold you back, you can't allow yourself to move forward. So you're going to be stuck in that energy. And when you're stuck in that energy, you're only going to see it from one point of view. You're only going to see it from the perspective of lower vibration. And when you allow yourself to let it go, you then can see the perspective from a higher space. So you just have to allow yourself to just be free from that energy. And then when you allow yourself to be free, you'll be okay with the outcome that is going to follow through with that.
So, Angela, I mean, what is it? Yeah, Angela. I'm just gonna answer with a question. What vibration do you want to be at? Because that'll be the answer of what'll happen.
Yeah.
What you choose will have the outcome. It's undetermined in this point. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. Yeah. You want to put yourself at a higher vibration, which we will help with tonight. Uh, we will help by. Okay. You know what?
What?
I just saw her response, and so my dear,
That's a private. That's not.
yeah,
No,
I'm
no.
not
Do
going
not.
to get
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
into
whoa, whoa,
that.
whoa, 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 whoa. Do not be sorry for posting that. Thank you for being vulnerable and
Yeah,
open
no, don't be
with
sorry
yourself.
at all. It's just that right now we have morals and ethics that we don't personally go into personal details on the show, only because it's personal.
Yes.
And no need to apologize. We don't accept apologies on this show.
No, there's no
Just
sorry.
as we don't do forgiveness or anything. You
You
are
don't
who
know
you
me
are
very
and
well.
accept who you are, right?
I always tell people, even the grocery store, don't say you're sorry.
Right. Right. Exactly. Exactly.
I'm sending you
Um,
love, Angela, that you can find the right path through this and find the forgiveness in your heart and to open up to new space. Right now, I know it's a little dense, but allow yourself to claim who you are, be the beautiful being that you truly are, and everything will be okay.
yeah.
And this is
I
part of
mean,
your path.
yeah, trust me,
And
there
that's
are yeah, there's a
time for the
lot
tune-up.
of expansion going on right now. So with this particular tune-up, it's going to be magnifico.
It's
It's
always
going to be
magnifico.
it's going to be brilliant.
It's always
It's, gonna,
brilliant.
it's always going to be amazing.
It's in the now because nothing happens next.
Exactly,
It's in
and
the now
this is
for
going
me
to help
today.
to clear up, to clear the energies, to allow the energies, the vibrations to be expanded as we move up and out from what is anchoring us in this old space.
Whew! Okay, everyone. We have done a lot tonight. We've talked about a lot tonight. There's been some really heavy, dense conversations come up tonight, which is so brilliant. So, thank everyone for being able to be so
Hmm.
vulnerable and open up on this show because it's so important right now. Because us doing this right now together as a collective and whoever's listening to the future, that's expanding out to help the collective out there. So, everybody give yourself a hand. Seriously. Seriously, seriously, seriously. So, in saying that, it's ready for the tune. Who's tuning in who haven't heard the tune up? Just I'm talking to my friend John. I know John. Just listen to the vibration when I do when this comes through me. The
Vibration.
vibe, listen to the vibe. And what I'm getting right now before we begin this is really to tap in like what came up for you tonight, what came up in your beingness tonight, was stirred up inside you. Um,
Whatever pain, trauma,
whatever
guilt, suffering,
trauma,
attachments,
guilt,
holes in the socks.
holes in socks, whatever that was that got stirred up because so many levels were stirred up tonight, but they always one core root. So, tap into that energy to allow it to disperse tonight as this energy come in. We're gonna do it's gonna be very woo. Okay. That's gonna be powerful. So take a deep breath.
As I connect to the people in the space watching now and later, connecting to the vibrational energy of the ethers to Rebecca. There, moving energy out through the sacral chakra and solar plexus.
Everybody take a deep breath in. With their hand on their heart. Ugh, nose itches. And a hand on your stomach. Take a deep breath in. Give yourself a moment to feel the vibration that's vibrating inside of you right now. Opening up to surrender to receive that energy in this moment right now. Allow the peace to unfold inside of your beingness and the love to open up, to walk forth in that space as the divine vision, the creation of the future of this planet. Aho.
Aho Matakiase.
Oh, Matakiasi! Is it Matakiasi time?
That's one.
You get 3 more.
And in this energy of levity and light, I ask that you now allow yourself to tap into the energy that supports you, tap into the energy of self-love, self-care, and nourishing as we now then allow ourselves to be vulnerable in releasing what no longer serves us, the pain, the hate, the suffering, and not let go of the principles, not let go of the morals or the ethics of who we are as humans, but let go of the attachment of the victim mentality, let go of the attachment of the loss, the grief, the pain, to allow yourselves to simply be who you are, and allow that beingness to be enough, because with the energy of beingness comes the follow through of doingness. The doingness of who we are is what matters, only secondary to us fully embracing who we are, the beingness. But who are we? And I ask you this, and I want everyone who's watching now or later, I want everyone to say, to comment next week, who am I? And that answer is ever evolving into your consciousness as we allow ourselves to ascend through these gates with the permission of the gatekeepers. As the gatekeepers, wow, fine. I was given permission to hold a particular key. And this key is one that I give to you all in the presence of your beingness and accepting who you are. Not your story, never your story. Because your story doesn't matter anymore. Your story is just a page, a chapter, a sonnet even. A sonnet of this grand tapestry that extends over a millennia of your being. A part of this wholeness that we've chosen to be here for this space-time energy. This wholeness of who we are. And so with this wholeness, with this grand newness, we are new today, in this moment. And so, everyone, we honor you. We thank you for allowing us to be who we are. Serious
Turn your
and
sound
funny.
down.
Huh?
They turned your sound down.
Oh. See, exactly.
It was funny.
Exactly.
Huh?
Funny.
I know.
Serious. And so it's who we are.
I know. I just thought it was funny. And
And
I have one thing to say.
yes.
Don't limit yourself. Create yourself. Be the change in you and keep exploring you. And that's it.
And until next week, everyone, stay tuned. However, just a gentle reminder that next week we have these two amazing, divine, beautiful, divine feminine energies coming on. Show next week talking about the DNA light activation. So excited for that. Also, too, if you are moved to donate, click the link in the description. And lastly, I'm super excited for my LEMUIRAN light healing trauma class on Thursday, the 17th. Feel free to join as we will dive into releasing whatever traumas, because this is a live healing. It could be, 1 hour, it could be 2 hours, who knows? Because we got to get through a lot. But in any way, everyone, again, thank you, and see you next week. Keep exploring.
Keep exploring. Have a great
Hey.
one, everyone. Thank you so much. Mwah.
And where did it go?